Good morning, everyone. How are you? Welcome to another beautiful Monday morning for Translational Yoga. I want to welcome you back to the mat. Make sure you we're going to start in a comfortable chair this morning. Whatever chair you have without arms, if possible, is fine. In addition to grabbing that chair, if you have an extra blanket or a small pillow, I'd like you to grab that as well. With the blanket, let me show you how to fold it. I am seated on one of these blankets. Want to create a little lift underneath your buttock this morning before we drop into meditation and breathing practice. This is a standard, almost like a twin size blanket. It's not very big. It is folded in half and then in half again. Okay. Once you have it in the quarter, you're going to take it and you're going to fold it into 2/3 and a 1/3 section. All right? So we have a small 1/3, we have a double 2/3, and with the double portion, you're going to fold it in half from there. This makes a little wedge, and hopefully you can see on my lap that one portion is maybe 2 to 3 inches thick, and then the other is like a little tail hanging off, which is maybe just a 1/2 inch. Once you have the blanket folded like this, you're going to place the thick end into the back of the chair and lay the thin end over the front. All right? I already have one on my chair already, so I'm going to fold this back up and place it beside me. So make sure that blanket is all the way to the back. The buttocks and the spine is retracted to the back of the seats. This should allow the feet to come forward and hang off the chair a little bit more comfortably. If you are of short stature, right, and the feet do not come to the ground, you can take the extra blanket and slide it underneath the feet. Okay? And if there are no blankets, you want to take that pillow and try to prop that pillow up into maybe like an L shape, a little bit on the back and a little bit under your buttocks. Again, the shape of an L. And then you want to sit down so that your back of your tailbone is just hanging on the edge of that lip. And then the legs are falling down like a waterfall to the front of the seat. This should make the spine sit tall, should make you feel very tall and erect without having to work at lifting you up or arching your spine. You can sit back and relax. Now that you're comfortable, we're going to start a little bit of breathing. So let your eyes close. Let the lids of the eyes softly cover the eyeballs. And we start with the eyes themselves. Breathe into the back of the eyes. Breathe from the front of the eyelids where the light is translucently moving into the eyeball itself and back towards the optic nerve. Feel and look at that translucent light coming in. And then as it reaches the back of the eye and it reaches the brain, let the brain relax. Inhale slowly through your nose. The eyes remain covered and soft. Look through the outside of the eyes without opening and see that translucent light again. Breathe into that light. Breathe into that haze underneath the eyelids. And let the eyes relax as you exhale. Inhale again slowly through the nose, breathing into the eyelids and around the sides of the eyes to the back of them. Again, where the optic nerve enters the brain. And as you exhale, soften, relax the brain, the eyes, the mind, and let yourself just enjoy seated tall. Inhale softly through the nose. Open up the eyes. And let that expansiveness move to the nose, right? So not only do the eyes become more sensitive to the light, but the nose becomes more sensitive to the breath moving in and the smell of the air. Exhale, let go. Soft breath in through the nose. Awake in the back of the eyes, awake in the back of that nose as the breath moves in, and awake in the back of the ears as well. And as the brain fills, and as the breath fills, and the nerves become a little bit more acute and aware, enjoy that fullness of the breath and slowly let go. Relaxing the mind, relaxing the eyes and the nose and the ears, and softening into that space on the chair. Inhaling through the nose, inhaling through the eyes, inhaling through the ears, and also now feel the wind in the back of the palate awakening the mouth and the throat. We're not really breathing in through the mouth though. The lips are soft on each other. Exhale, let the breath fall out. Feel the ease and coolness of all of the organs, eyes, nose, ears, mouth. And now we work on the skin, breathing in, awakening every sensory organ. The 5 senses become more acute and awake. Hold that full breath, hold that full breath. One more sip of air in. And then exhaling slowly, letting the nerves of the face, eyes, nose, ears, mouth soften. The nerves of the skin, integumentary system also soften. Yet the skeletal bones stay tall and the muscles become relaxed. And we find a moment of peace at the end of the breath before the next breath moves in. Slow inhale through the nose. Awaken the eyes. Let the eyes float open on this breath. Let the light enter. Whatever you notice, let it just happen. Be consciously aware. And exhale slowly. The breath flows out and the eyes stay open. Inhale softly through the eyes and the nose, letting both become more acute and awake. Let it open, smell the air. Let the eyes open, register the light. Feel what happens to the lungs as you notice the lift and exhale. Stay tall. Relax the mind. Relax the breath. Soft breath, eyes open, nose smells, ears acute to the sound behind you. And feel the head now almost lift off the neck, that extension through the sides of the throat. Find the mouth may salivate a little bit more now. The throat relaxes. Exhale softly. Feel that essence of joy come over you, that sense of tranquility and ease just from breathing. Final opening breath here. Through the nose, through the eyes, through the mouth, through the ears, through the skin. Everything becomes vibrant on the inhale. It awakens. Exhale slowly. The breath moves out, but the body becomes even more heightened. Lift the abs up. Lift the spine away from the chair. Sit a little taller. Sit a little broader. And we start to work on the hands. Turn the palms up, please, no matter where they were. The thumb, the index finger, and the ring finger touch, almost like a little beak of a bird. They lightly rest against each other, and this happens in both hands. The thumb, the index, and the ring finger come together, and the other fingers stretch out gently, relaxing down away from the palm. Let the hands relax on the top of the thighs. As much softening in the touch that you can achieve without letting go. Breathe in through the open fingers. Breathe in through the pinky. Breathe in through that middle finger. And make your breath aware to those items that are moving away from the body. Notice what happens with the breath now as you breathe into those open fingers. The sensation moving up through the palms. The sensation up, moving through the forearms, through the elbows, up the biceps, into the chest and heart, and then ultimately up to the brain. This hand position is called Rudra Mudra. So crafty, it rhymes. And this is supposed to help drop you into a greater sense of tranquility, a space of softness. And it's ironic that we have this music on right now because I want you to envision yourself in the center of a beach ball on a windy day. And that beach ball may spin around and the beach ball may be lifted up to the air with the wind and drop back down again. But regardless of direction that this ball moves, the inside, which is you, remains soft and constant and stable. So enjoy just for a moment sitting here and breathing, focusing on that wind moving in and out of your body, awakening the sensory organs, awakening the breath, allowing the body to stir almost like that ball, but yet the insides remain calm, steadfast, and tranquil. Isn't it glorious to be able to develop the skills to close out that external world, to be able to turn inside and create that moment and space of quietness, of comfort. Find your space where you are most at home and at peace. And breathe into that satisfaction, that hominess. It's almost an indescribable contentment where rest, happiness, and peace happen. Open the hands, stretch out the palms, open the eyes if they're not there, and we begin to inhale. Arms out, eyes up, full breath from the bottom of the ribs to the tops of the shoulders. Inhale, turn the hands forward and roll the thumbs outward, knuckles face in. Inhale, roll the thumbs back in and backwards facing the shoulders. And then continue to roll the thumbs out. Elbows turn in. Lower the hands down. And release them to the bottom of the chair underneath the seat. Hold tight like it was going to be lifted up like the wind. And inhale, chest forward. Do not move the hands. Keep them underneath the seat by the buttocks. Stretch the heart forward. Stretch the chest forward. Stretch the face forward. Breathe into that whole front of the body like a sail catching the wind. And exhale, slowly stack the spine from your bottom, from your belt line, from your kidneys, from your belly, from your chest, shoulders, and inevitably the crown of the head. Chin softens and relax. Inhale, eyes up, nose up, chin up, heart up, hands up. Turn the thumbs out as you inhale up. Push that heavy wind off of your chest, off of your shoulders behind the head, and roll the thumbs in. Continue to roll the thumbs out, knuckles face in, and press that wind down to the outside of the body and the shoulders. And release the hands again to the bottom of the chair. Latch under the chair. Inhale, up, sit tall. Exhale, come forward. Eyes forward, nose forward, chin forward, heart forward, chest forward. Exhale, release down. And inhale, follow up in the reverse. Back of the head, crown of the head, eyes, nose, chin, heart, belly, and sit back against the chair. Relax the chin down, stretch the spine. Arms follow. Inhale, eyes up, nose up, head up, chin up, arms up, thumbs out. Roll the hands in, turn the thumbs out, knuckles face each other, and draw the hands out to the T. Stop here. Inhale, like you're floating on the water. Chest up, broad arms. Exhale, slow turn to the right. Left hand, right knee. Right hand to the back of the chair. Sit back and squeeze. Like you're driving backwards, turn and look over the right shoulder. Pull the stomach in, sit the hips back, and press the spine to the back of the chair. Right arm comes up, deep breath. Bring the right arm to the left knee so the hands are crisscrossed. Squeeze the knees in. Pull the heart forward and roll down over the legs. The hands can slide down to the shins. Do not uncross. Pull them in, pull them in, pull them in. And finally, the hands open. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, thumbs out, knuckles up, lift the chest. Exhale, roll those thumbs out. Stop at the arms at the T. Deep breath in, open the chest. And then exhale, turn to the left. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind the chair, and sit back. Feel like you're being pressed back by G-forces, driving backwards. Hips back, belly back, bottom back, belly back. Turn and look over that left shoulder. Release the right shoulder down. Don't let it elevate, and breathe. Breathe into the right chest. Breathe into the right side of the neck. And then inhale. Left arm up. Turn back to the center. Crisscross the left arm over the right. Squeeze the knees together. Stick the chest forward in between the arms. And begin to roll down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Squeezing the knees together with the hands. Dropping the fingers all the way down to the toes, and then uncrossing the arms. One breath here from tailbone to the back of the head. Filling up that dorsal side of the body. And then slowly rolling up, sitting back against that ridge in the blankets. One vertebrae at a time, we come back and up. Last lift, inhale, knuckles forward, thumbs out, big lift. Instead of dropping the hands out, touch the pinkies together and bring those hands back behind the neck. If you have a high enough back in the chair, you may be able to grab the back of the chair. Squeeze the elbows up towards the sky. Lean back. Try not to move the bottom forward, but rather stretch this whole sheet of the belly. Abs in, elbows up, lift. Your eyes and head stay neutral. Stretch the elbows up. Beautiful. Leave the hands behind the shoulder blades. Let go. Sit forward, keeping the elbows on either side of the ears, and slowly stretch those elbows in front of the knees, in front of the toes, and lower down slowly, one vertebrae at a time, until the elbows touch the knees and the hands unfold to the ground. Press the hands to the floor, scoop the belly up. Think about a little bit of cat here as you round the back. Inhale, look forward, cow. Come up onto fingertips. Good. Exhale, hands on the knees, round the spine, come halfway up. Inhale, sit forward, elbows on the knees, a little bit of cow. One more, hands on the knees, round back, sit all the way up over the hips. Cat, scoop the belly, and inhale, lift the chest tall, arch the spine, modified cow. Right arm inhales up, or this is my left arm actually. Exhale, take the left arm down the chair, hold the base of the chair, and lean, half moon. Remember here, it is the short inside of the body that needs to be strong. And the stretching side of the body needs to breathe and open. Find that place of contentment and comfort. Center your body in the breath. Think about that beach ball bouncing around and the calmness in the center. Inhale, come all the way back up. Lower the left hand down. And in the reverse, inhale, lift the right arm up. And exhale, lean towards the left. Left side gets stronger. Right side gets more length as the left side strengthens. Holding 3. Holding 2. One more breath here. Inhale, up, both arms lift. And exhale, lower the hands down to the front of the knees. Slide your bottom forward so that the tailbone is right at the edge of the chair. I'm going to turn sideways just for a moment so you can see just how close to the edge I am. Good. Plant those feet down, stretch those arms up. Inhale, sit forward, stretch your chest. And exhale, hands on the knees, round back a little bit. Your spine is going to be touching the chair, I hope. Reach. Inhale, come up and forward, stretch the chest. One more, exhale, round the back. Squeeze the belly, roll back. Are you ready to stand on this one? Inhale, stand up nice and tall, big reach. Inhale, roll those thumbs out and down. Stop halfway. And exhale, lower the hands all the way down to the legs. Toes together. Tall spine. Breathe, close your eyes. 5 breaths. Feel the body. Stand tall. And enjoy the sensations of what you feel moving through your fingers, moving through your toes, and in general, moving through your body. Turn the thumbs out, lift the thumbs up halfway to the sky, let them stop at shoulder height. Let the middle finger reach out like somebody is pulling you left and right equally, and then breathe into the stretch of the chest and the opening of the heart. Watch the tilt of the hands. Watch to see if they roll forward or if the thumbs roll back or if you can hold directly in the middle. Spread out through the fingers. Create roots in the air for you to breathe through your fingers. Notice what happens to the core as the fingers really reach out. The core responds by pulling in and stretching tight. Rotate the thumbs back, palms up. Breathe into the front of the chest and the heart. Notice the difference in what happens in that area. The thumbs start to slide back behind the chest. Feel the stretch through the sternum. Feel the lift in the heart. Relax the neck and enjoy the breath. If there's too much tension, come out and just breathe. It should not suffocate you. It should free you. Sweep the hands up. And slowly bend the knees like you're sitting down in a little chair. There's a soft bend here. Again, a micro bend, just enough that the knees, boop, break that hardness. And we feel the belly come in and up and back. Stretch the rib cage away from the hips. It's this area, right, that you can see, almost my midsection, that needs to open and lengthen. If the hands are tired, you may bring the hands forward in front of the heart. If they're still really tired, you could always bring them on the hips. But in the meanwhile, hold and breathe. You want to imagine that the t-shirt is coming off of the hips, a tight, tight t-shirt. And the more the t-shirt pulls up from the waist, the more the bottom stretches down. Enjoy that release of the lower half of the spine. Enjoy the elevation of the top half. Keep breathing. All right, the benefit of chair. Strong legs. Good quads. Think about the direction now of the pull. Not the knees themselves, but the thighs should be pulling up into the hips. And they fold. And the belly should be pulling up to the breast line, which lifts the chest. Ooh, there should be burning now. 2 more deep breaths, please. And if it's terrible, you're going to stand and sit and stand and sit, and you're going to pump a little bit of energy through them because the blood's there anyways. Otherwise, hold, hold, hold. Hands on the knees. Slowly roll down. Elbows to the knees. Fingers to the floor. Look at my back. My legs are not straight. I'm bent. And now we can roll our chest down. And the head releases. I'm not very far back over my heels, but I'm more forward over my toes. And watch what happens with my spine. It lengthens and releases. My legs aren't straight, so keep that in mind. My legs are not straight, but I'm reaching my body forward over my toes. I even can move my hands forward a little bit. Oh, I stretch my ribs, my shirt, right? And then I roll back down over the front of my legs. 2. Last one, and then we finally straighten the legs. Inhale, lift the head up. Walk the hands forward a little bit. I'm still balanced over my legs, right? My hands aren't so heavy. My hands are light, and I stretch my chest forward, and then I drop my head down over my legs, and then my hands can walk back to the toes. Look how flat the chest and the legs are. I can wrap my hands around the back of my heels, and I pull gently. My elbows connect with the back of my calves. My belly button pulls in. I'm leaning forward over the toes a little bit, and the head drops down. Softening. Again, the legs are not straight here. If you feel like you want to get stronger now, give me a little belly scoop like a hiccup, and then begin to pull up those inner thighs. Oh my God, it's like tight pants. From the inner thighs up, and the outer hips stretch down. Imagine that happening. Inner thighs pull up, outer hips stretch down. And when you do this correctly, the arches of the feet get lighter, right? The big ball of the big toe presses down, and the feet stretch out towards the pinkies. Abs up, inner thighs up, arches up. Oh, here's the full stretch. Beautiful. And slowly bend the knees. Walk the hands forward. Come up on those fingertips. See if you can lift the head up. Stretch the back. Bring the elbows up on the knees. Bend the hips. And lift the head again. Hands on the thighs. Come up to chair. Belly in. Bottom back. Stretch the arms up. Are the legs working? I hope so. Inhale. Stand. And exhale slowly. Let the arms float down to the T. Let the hands float down to the hips. Let the hands slide down the legs and soften. Breathe into the space of the chest and the clavicle. Breathe into the space behind the shoulder blades. Inhale the arms up, take a nice deep breath in. Your left foot here is going to turn to the side. And a little step out. Tuck that right bottom in. Press. From the outside of that right heel to the right gluteal, it pulls up into the body. And the left knee bends forward a little bit. I'm a little short here because you can see my knee is over my toe. If it needs a little bigger step, take that bigger step and tuck. Tuck. Notice that my right hand is still holding my buttocks, making sure that this is strong. This is the stretch here in the front of the hip, and this is the stretch here in the inner thigh. But the outer hip presses down and my glute pulls in. Right hand down the leg, left hand to the sky. Hold. Good. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Stretch out those arms. Hands on the hips. Big step back to the center. And hold. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Stretch the arms up overhead. Deep breath. Lower the hands down to the T. Turn the palms out. Good. Right foot this time. Up on the tiptoe. Turn it out. And we take a big step to the right. Good. Tuck that left tush under. Tushy comes up, but the leg goes out. And bend the right knee. Buttocks in, hip tall. All of the focus here on this left leg. Take that right arm up and left fingers into the gluteal hold. Breathe, rib cage up. Don't bend back yet. Lift the ribs tall so you have more mobility here in that thigh. Holding 3. Good, keep breathing. I gotta wiggle forward just a little bit. There it is. 2, gluteal in. Now take that left hand down, the leg on one, and the right hand to the sky. Breathe. Strong buttocks. Bigger stretch in that front left leg. Tall chest. And then bring it back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Slowly that leg comes all the way back to the center, arms up. And exhale slowly. Right elbow under the left. And bend the knees. Working into ego. Going from the side here just a little bit, because as I sit down, my right leg is going to come up and my right leg is going to cross over. If balance is an issue, you always have the chair to sit down and work. But we are working on, this is a balance posture, so try to challenge yourself. Look at where my right foot is. The toe is on the floor. My left heel is flat. Should get a big stretch in the outside of those hips. Good. Arms up, stretch up, lift up with the torso. And then inhale up. And exhale, release your hands down. Feel what happens in the chest after that big squeeze, right? And that sit, a lot of congestion. And then we unfold and the body opens. Inhale the arms up, deep breath. Exhale, swing left elbow under the right. Good. And as you exhale, sit down slowly. Hips down, chest up. The lower you sit, the more you're going to feel. And then the left leg is going to cross over the right. All right, I'm not going to cross my arms anymore because you won't be able to hear me. It's going to block the mic. But you can see elbows cross, knees cross. Take the hips, stretch them down. Keep those arms squeezing together. Use your chest. Increase that heart rate, please. And if not, the hands could be on the hips. The hands could be to the sky. Stretch the thighs. And then inhale, come all the way up, uncross. Release your hands down slowly. And again, we stop and breathe. When you breathe, do you have broad clavicles, broad chest? Do you have a long waist and long outside of the legs? Flat abs, narrow inner thighs. And find the simplicity in standing. Inhale the arms up, deep breath. Good, let's go. Left leg up. Turn the left leg out to the side. Take a nice step forward, deep lunge where we were before. Good. Warrior two, and the arms drop out to the T. Tuck the tushy in. Watch what happens. That back foot rotates forward 45 degrees, and my whole hips turn forward. Warrior one. All right, let me show you what you probably are doing. This is what's probably happening. Your booty's back, and you got a big back bend. Straighten the legs. Tuck that back tush under. Lean back a little bit. Make that buttock strong. Then bend the front knee. Here you're going to feel a big stretch on the front of that hip flexor. And again, that strong right quadricep. Open the chest. Breathe. Build the strength down that right leg. And if you feel good, you could always turn to the left. Oh, big stretch on that right leg. Left hip draws you back to help turn. Good. Inhale all the way back up to warrior two. My back foot turns again. And then we step the legs in and release down. Good. Inhale, hands out and up. Deep breath in. Good. Coming all the way up onto the right tippy toe, turning the right leg out a little bit. Great big step to the right. Left tushy in and press, warrior two. When you're ready, that back foot, follow my finger, turns forward to the right leg. Both arms lift tall, and then you can bend that right knee. Feel the stretch. Gluteal coming up on the left side. Left hip flexor opens. Make the left side strong and long, and the right knee can bend a little bit more. If you feel like you want to challenge yourself, you can turn to the right. Create more strength on that right leg. Create rotation through the torso. One more deep breath. Look back towards that right hand. Twist, twist, twist. And then inhale. Swing the arms up and forward and open to warrior two. And then the left foot steps all the way back into the right. And we lower the hands down, release, and stand tall. Enjoy the sensation through the body. How do the fingers feel? How's the circulation from toes to hands? How's the vitality moving up the body? How's the breath, right? Warm through the center. But the mind, it should be so pleasantly strong and relaxed. One more breath here. Relax the hands down. Beautiful. We're going to work now one more standing balance pose with no movement. If you want to stay flat in the middle of the mat with no help, great. If you need the wall, come to the wall, and then you always have the chair that you can use as well. All right? I'm going to use the wall for demonstration purposes. Right? The chair would be in place. Inhale the hands all the way up, deep breath in. Good. Make that left leg strong. Left inner thigh up. Left outer hip down. When that happens, you can come up onto the right tippy toe. Again, think about the energy. Outside of the leg down, inside of the thigh up. Create stability. As that right toe comes up. Slowly elevate belly button, chest up, spine up, rib cage up. And if the hand needed to hold the wall, the chair, you could hold here. Kick that leg out. Strength on that left leg. Fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. Bring it in and drop it down. Inhale the hands up again. Second move. Good. Strong right leg. Come up onto the left tippy toe. Again, if you see this and the hip is falling out, it's not the right energy. Draw that hip in and press down through the outside of that heel. Pull up through that inner thigh. And then slowly, as that happens, the left leg can lift. If you're holding the wall, it's to the left side. If you're holding the chair, the left hand is down. Right? Giving the left side more strength if you're touching and holding. Otherwise, breathe. The right side strengthens and holds. And then the left leg goes forward. Right leg pulls up, right quad pulls up, right belly pulls in. Fight that right leg as you breathe. Breathe, breathe. Bend the knee. And lower down, release the hands. Inhale, arms up, deep breath in. Good, exhale to the right, half moon. Lower that right hand down, a little deeper stretch, press away through the ribs. Inhale, both hands come up over the head. And exhale, move to the other direction, lengthen. Left hand floats down, right arm extends. Inhale all the way up. And then slowly, slowly lengthen the upper body forward, come down, release the chest over the legs. Release the torso over the thighs. Release the nose over the knees. And surrender the head down. From here, we're going to bend our knees gently. However you are most comfortable to come down to the floor, we come down to the floor. Remember, you have the chair next to you if you need that assistance in lowering down. And then finally, stretching the legs all the way out in front. Spine nice and tall. If you're still at that chair and you need to use that blanket, keep it in that same position and just finish folding it up one more roll so we have a nice little lift. And then this could always go, boop, boop, just underneath the tush a little bit. Look how tall and straight my spine is. Much easier to sit like this than flat on the floor. I highly recommend it. Side note, those of you guys who are continuing to come to yoga, you may want to think about some of these props. Hanukkah's coming, treat yourself. They're not very expensive, a few of these things, whether it's the Indian blanket or we're going to use the strap now. So those of you who have a rubber band, an elastic, a tie, a belt, something, grab that too. And then when you're ready, lift the spine up nice and tall, open up the waist and the hips, and let the upper body come forward. The arms do not even have to move, just the chest comes forward. If you stop here, that's fine. If you come a little bit more here, that's okay too. You could come all the way down and around. And some of you just maybe here, that's okay. Create that space, create that lift. Every time you move forward, 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 the better it gets. Inhale up tall. Lift the ribs, lift the chest, lift the breast. Don't lift the shoulders though. Keep the shoulders down and come forward. Grab the side of the legs and tuck. Inhale, hands up. Lift the chest, lift the arms. Good. Draw the right knee into the chest. And I'm doing this side close to you first so you can see my body angle. Pull the heel in as comfortably as you can. If your knee hurts, the foot could be halfway out. The foot could be all the way out to accommodate this joint or this joint. So don't push it, right? But if you feel good, bring it in a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and as comfortable as you can, and the arms go up. Leaning over the left leg, we reach for the left toes. My right foot is pushing me down, so I really am leaning in that direction. If you think you're going to fall or it's too tipsy, open your left leg up to the left corner of the mat so the feet are slightly wider and come down. You can't reach your foot. You can always use that strap here, right? Bringing it around the foot and sitting up a little taller. This is always an option. Breathe into the spine, breathe into the back of the chest. Those of you who can reach the toe, great. Those of you who can reach past the foot, forehead to the knee. And then slowly roll up. And as you roll up, the left knee comes in and the right leg goes out. Stretch the arms up nice and high. Press into that left heel and lean over the right leg. Just remember, this bent knee, it could be halfway out. It could be almost all the way out. It doesn't change. You're still getting that back stretch. You're still getting the lean to the right. You're still opening up that spine. Hold here, 2 more deep breaths. 1 more deep breath. And coming up, bring that left knee in. If you're still seated on the blanket, it helps because now you can sit nice and tall, squeezing the knees in, grabbing the elbows. And you can see how long the back of my spine and tailbone are. I'm going to come off of this. Just look at the difference. Oh, wow, look how much shorter I am. Right? And you can see how much more my spine has rounded. Good. Keep lifting up. Get tall, get tall, get tall. Good. And then finally, both legs wiggle out. If you're on the lift, you can come off. Take that forward stretch all the way out beyond the legs and the toes. And then roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Take the strap with you so it's nice and close. And slowly roll back. Tuck the belly. Let the abdominals fall in. And lie all the way flat on the back. Good. Strong right leg, press it down to the floor. Outside of the hip to the heel, inside of the thigh to the belly button. And as the right leg gets stronger, look what happens. My left knee comes in 1. My right leg gets stronger again. Abs up, long hip. And then my left knee comes in 2. 1 more time. Strength on that right leg. And then my left knee comes in for 3. Wind removing posture. You notice my head and shoulders are flat on the floor. My spine is flat. My right leg is flat. And that flatness allows my left knee to stretch more deeply into my chest. Release the abs. Release the front of the thigh. Slowly inhale up, nose to knee. Can you reach your fingers to the toes? Oh, push away, push away. And there we are, all the way up, seated. Good, stretch the arms up, big lift. Oh, roll those thumbs out and down like we did in the opener. Stretch the fingers away and roll down, scoop the belly. And once you come down nice and flat, give me a nice deep breath. And the left side becomes strong. Abs, shoulders, inner and outer thigh. And as that left side becomes stronger, the right foot gets to bend. And the left side gets stronger, and the right knee bends into the chest. And 1 more time, left leg strong, and we grab the right knee over the edge of the kneecap. And we pull. Wind removing pose. Shoulder blades down, belly button in. Scoop the abs. Keep holding it, releasing the spine. Back of the neck flat, shoulders flat, belly hollows. All of this long left leg grounds you down. And then finally, inhale up, nose to knee. Inhale up, fingers to toes. Inhale, up, up, up. Sit tall. Arms up, thumbs back, big roll through the shoulders. And as you release down, scoop the abs and the spine becomes flat. Let the arms go, palms up just for a moment. One breath. Inhale, soft breath. On the exhale, tuck those abs in. Narrow the front of the belt line in the hips. Lengthen the outside of the legs, and as you pull up through the inside of the thighs, draw your heels and toes to the groin. Draw your knees towards the belly. Wiggle out the spine towards the crown of the head. Let it get longer. And then both hands grab over the knees. And you can start by interlacing the fingers, one. Then you're going to interlace the whole hand to the palm. Don't let the palm go. And you're going to squeeze down with the wrists, right where the watch band or a little bit more to the forearm. Pull down. Let the belly hollow. Let the neck and spine be long from the crown of the head all the way down to the tailbone. Keep squishing those internal organs and breathing into the back and the shoulders. And then finally, when you're ready and you can't hold that breath anymore, inhale, stretch the legs up, arms down. We hang here for a moment. This is called Viparini Karani, inverted lake. Enjoy the drainage of the toes down through the legs, into the groin and the belly. Enjoy the release of the palms up towards the sky as circulation moves from fingers back into the armpits. As you exhale, the knees bend. As you exhale, next, the toes drop down to the floor. And as you exhale, the legs stretch out, one at a time. Once you are down and flat in neutral, we open up the breath like we did at the breathing at the beginning. Connect the thumb, the index finger, and the ring finger together as we lie on the floor. That same Rudra Mudra. Find the center of your spinning wheel. Find the center of your wind-rusted ball. Find that space inside where you can soften, feel grounded and centered, and let yourself drift off into a deeper meditation. Let the breath move you there slowly. That soft ebb and flow in and out of the nose, behind the eyes, the softness in the back of the ears, and finally that air moving through the back of the throat and over the back of the palate and the tongue. Soften the sensory organs. Let the breath go. And as we finish off and drift away, thank yourself truly from the inside out for spending this time on your mind first. That's number one. And then the mind happily reorganizes the functions of the body, two. And when those two things are working in congruency, in tandem, all of the freedom that starts to happen socially, emotionally, and spiritually. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Shanti. Come back to some of the things that we practiced today, both in body and in mind and in breath. Maybe even a little bit of hand work, right? The thumb, the index, and the ring finger touching together and the other finger stretching away, just for that moment of peace and relaxation and to recenter. Namaste, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time, next Monday.